It was a bright, sunny summer afternoon, and by a sparkling pond, under the cool shade of a big, leafy tree, Mother Duck had found the perfect spot. She carefully settled down and laid 5 beautiful eggs. But as she admired her clutch, she noticed something odd. One of the eggs was much larger and a slightly different color than the others. A small wrinkle of worry creased her brow, but her motherly warmth soon took over. She sat patiently, day after day, waiting for her little ones to arrive. Then, one glorious morning, it happened. A tiny crack appeared on one egg, then another and another. Soon, the air was filled with the sweet sound of pee-pee. As 4 fluffy yellow ducklings poked their heads out, blinking in the bright sunlight, Mother Duck's heart swelled with joy. "Oh, what sweet little babies I have," she quacked happily. "I'm the luckiest mother in the world." But her happiness was tinged with concern. The big, strange egg remained silent and still. "What's wrong with this last one?" she wondered. "It's taking so long." Determined, she sat back on the egg, giving it all the warmth and love she had. She told herself, "This one will surely be the most beautiful of all, since it's taking so much time to prepare for the world." Finally, after a few more days, the large egg began to tremble. A crack appeared, and then another, until the shell broke apart. Out tumbled a clumsy gray-feathered duckling, who let out a loud, awkward pee-pee. This duckling was nothing like its siblings. It was big, gangly, and covered in scruffy, dull gray down. Mother Duck stared in disbelief. "None of my other ducklings look like that," she thought, her heart sinking a little. This one is rather ugly." She tried to hide her disappointment, hoping that with time, he would grow to look just like his handsome brothers and sisters. But as the days turned into weeks, the little gray duckling only grew bigger and more awkward. He didn't turn a lovely yellow. His feathers remained a drab, dusty gray. His brothers and sisters, once so welcoming, now began to notice the difference. They started to tease him relentlessly. "You're ugly," one would quack, waddling away. "You don't belong with us," another would chirp. They wouldn't let him join their games of chase or swim with them in a neat line behind their mother. "Go away, you ugly thing," they'd shout. "We won't play with you." The words stung more than a cold wind. The little duckling would often hide behind the reeds, his heart heavy with sadness. One afternoon, unable to bear the teasing any longer, the ugly duckling went to the edge of the pond. He stared down at his reflection in the still water, and for the first time, he truly saw what his siblings saw. A big, gray, clumsy bird stared back at him. A tear rolled down his cheek and rippled his reflection. "Nobody likes me," he whispered to the water. "I really am so ugly." The sadness was too much to carry. That very evening, with a heavy heart, he made a difficult decision. He decided to leave his family and venture out into the world alone, hoping to find a place where he could finally belong. Under the cover of darkness, he slipped away from the pond and wandered deep into the woods. The world was vast and a little frightening for a little duckling all by himself. As summer faded into autumn, the leaves turned to gold and then fell, leaving the trees bare. Soon, winter arrived, blanketing the forest in a thick layer of snow. The poor duckling shivered with cold. His little body trembled and his stomach rumbled with hunger. He couldn't find any food, and there was no warm, safe place to shelter from the biting wind. He was lonely and scared. Desperate for warmth and company, he stumbled upon another farm. He saw a family of ducks and waddled towards them hopefully. But as soon as they saw him, they hissed and flapped their wings. "Who is this ugly fellow?" they quacked scornfully. "You can't stay with us." Heartbroken, he ran away. Next, he found a henhouse. It looked warm and cozy inside. But when he tried to enter, the hens pecked at him with their sharp beaks, chasing him out into the cold. He even met a large farm dog on the path. The dog sniffed him, wrinkled its nose, and simply walked away. The duckling thought sadly, "I'm so ugly that even the dog doesn't want to eat me." Just when he had almost given up hope, a kind peasant found him shivering in the snow. He gently scooped up the little bird and took him home to his wife and children. For a little while, the duckling felt a glimmer of warmth and safety. But the family's cat was not so welcoming. It hissed and swiped at him, seeing him as a rival. Frightened, the duckling knew he couldn't stay. He ran away once more, back into the harsh, cold wilderness, surviving the rest of the long winter all alone. Finally, the snow began to melt, and the sun shone warmly again. It was spring. The world came alive with fresh green leaves and colorful flowers. The duckling, who was no longer quite so little, kept walking. One day, his journey led him to a beautiful, clear river. Oh, how happy he was to see the sparkling water again. As he approached the riverbank, he saw 3 of the most magnificent birds he had ever seen gliding gracefully on the water. They had long, elegant necks and pure white feathers. They were swans. He was instantly captivated by their beauty. He felt a strange pull towards them, but then he remembered his own appearance. Ashamed of his ugliness, he bowed his head low, not wanting the beautiful creatures to see him. But as he bent his neck, he caught his own reflection in the clear water below. He gasped. Staring back at him was not a clumsy, gray, ugly duckling. In its place was a stunning bird with a long, graceful neck and brilliant white feathers. He wasn't ugly anymore. He had transformed into a handsome young swan. In that moment, everything made sense. He finally understood why he had always looked so different from his brothers and sisters. It wasn't because he was ugly. It was because he was never a duck to begin with. He was a swan, and he had finally found his true family. He raised his head proudly and swam out to join the other swans. They welcomed him with gentle calls, recognizing him as one of their own. He had found where he truly belonged. He spent his days gliding on the water, more beautiful and graceful than he could have ever imagined, and he lived happily ever after. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing tales. See you next time.